Case number 19. Innocence lost. Good morning, Sergeant. I'm afraid I have bad news for you. A young woman was just found dead on a construction site. The site is on the outskirts of the financial center. The mayor is heading a large-scale renovation project there. Funded by Alden Greene, of course. There's a lot of money riding on this. Hi, what did I miss? Best you leave again. Jones, don't come back. Jones! Showing up late for work. Ramirez is already at the scene. That should be telling you a lot. Sorry, Chief. Let's go right now. You can brief me on the way. Oh, and Retro, the mayor and the city council are going to be all over my back with this case. I can feel it. I'd appreciate if you could solve this quickly. Yes, we got Mr. Burns in our backs. Just waiting to rip us a new one. Sergeant, thank God you're here. It's crazy. Oh, you should see for yourself. The construction crew found the victim, a certain Gail Harding, this morning upon arriving to work. Watch your step though. The building's about to be refurbished. It's not safe yet. There's a big hole at the entrance, which they covered after I fell in. You fell in? Are you okay? Take it easy, Ramirez. We'll take it from here. Thank you. I can't wait until they remove the body. I'm having chills just looking at it. Well, Sergeant, and I have some pretty crazy things of our own, haven't we? Have seen some pretty crazy things. Yes, we have. We have seen all the scum that one can imagine. Damn. Damn. That's crazy. Torn cards. This? Yes. Detonator. C. Is that a C? Yes, that is supposed to be a C. Concrete mixer. There's a mummy coming out here. Boot. Boot. I gotta agree with Ramirez here. This is pretty gruesome. Let's just hope Nathan will manage to get rid of that concrete for the autopsy. This concrete mixer was used by the killer to fill the pit with this stuff. We've got our murder weapon. You should take a closer look at the mixer. The killer obviously had to touch the wheel to pour the concrete out. And what about this piece of paper? I guess it's time for a little puzzle solving. Yes, of course it is. Of course it is time for puzzle solving. And for me to get a few more stars. We have enough stars. Let's get the victim's body first. Well, I gotta say that's the first time I've had to use a hammer and chisel for an autopsy. It wasn't easy, but I finally got your victim out of the concrete. And considering the contents of her stomach, she must have been partying pretty hard. Cocaine, alcohol, you name it, she took it. Enough to make her overdose and fall into a coma. However, what really killed her was being poured in concrete while unconscious, since it blocked her airway and filled her throat. Damn. And what can you tell us about her killer? Well, nothing. Nothing? Nothing. But I did save you some concrete rubble. Maybe you should have a look at it. Thank you. Thanks, I guess. Man, I can build a house now. Thank you for the concrete. Oh, damn it. What? Come on. Yes. There it is. Powder specs. Nice find on the concrete mixer. The murderer didn't leave any fingerprints. but it seems you can really find clues in any situation. Our killer was the last person to touch the wheel, so this powdery substance could tell us more about them. Let's give this sample to Grace. Damn, this is a long case. Seeing how little it moves. Stone Cold Motel? Maybe? Room 9. That torn paper you found on the crime scene is a business card for a place called the Stone Cold Motel. Look, there's a mention of room number 9. We should check it out. We can go there as soon as you're ready. Nice. Let me do the other things first. No. There's one. I mean, couldn't he have gotten these molecules? Since he probably knew something about that. Good thing Nathan didn't throw this concrete out. Those molecules must come from our killer. We need to figure out what they are exactly. Let's have a look at our scientific database. Huh. C. That's a A. C again. Oh, I hate this. No, it's a A. What is this? Taurine. An energy drink. Great job. So the molecule you found on the concrete rubble is actually taurine. Too bad I have absolutely no idea what that is. Good thing you have me then. Taurine is the main active ingredient in most energy drinks. People often mix them with their liquor in order to offset the sedative effects on alcohol. So Gail Killer takes energy drinks. Thank you, Grace. This is going to be a big help. Crazy that we have absolutely no suspects yet. That's crazy. Hi fellas, what can I do for you? You've come to make a reservation? Hello ma'am. No, we think we are here on a criminal investigation with the Greensboro Police Department. A woman died around this neighborhood. We think she stayed in this room. Whatever, go ahead if you must. I just started cleaning up the place. Just be quick about it, you hear? Cleaning up the evidence, Guilty! Receipt. Tequila bottle. 1.2k? It's gotta be a joke. No way. Damn. What? Handbag? Buying a tequila bottle for 1.2k but living in a motel, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Book. This one. Clock. Gloves. Where are you? There. The keychain on this purse says Gail, just like our victim's name. We need to have a look inside. And this credit card receipt is for a bottle of tequila, which costs about as much as a month of my pay. Damn, you earned this little? Damn. Someone you like to celebrate in style. Yeah, in a wrecked down motel. Yeah, totally style, Jones. You know how this goes. Unfortunately, it's wet and the card number is barely visible. This will put your skills to the test. Oh, and when you have the time, I'd like to have a proper chat with the motel owner. See if she saw anything of interest. Total style here, Jones. There's something. Grim News offices. Oh. So maybe the... I forgot her name. The other woman from the press can probably help us here. Finding our victim's purse in the motorroom was definitely a stroke of luck. The Grim News access card you found gives clearance to Gail Harding. Which means Gail worked for Grim News, which means that it's time to pay a visit to our favorite reporter. Yes, Rachel. Rachel was her name. I'm not good at remembering names, so don't expect me to remember this the next case. 3AJ? No. BF. No, that's not a 1. 8E0. It looks like a W. Or an M now. I don't have a W, so it's an M. 6. Can't be a 5. Could be an... Wait. No, it can be a 5. It is a 5. H. Maybe a W. Could be a 9. Yes. Amazing. You managed to decipher that credit card number. We're this much closer to finding out who left this receipt in the motel room. If we give this to Alex, he should be able to find the name of the account's owner. Do you think? Let's talk to them. Miss Peck, what can you tell us about Gail Harding, the woman who stayed in this room? Nothing. Name doesn't ring a bell. I don't keep a ledger. My guests enjoy the anonymity, you see? Are you fellas done yet? You don't keep any records at all? How do you keep track of what your clients owe you? I just have a good memory, I suppose. You have a good memory, but you don't even remember who rented this room last night? Yeah, right. My memory is a fickle thing. It tends to fade away when cops are around. Now you have a good day. Well, that woman has some nerve. I get a feeling I've seen her somewhere before. Let's keep an eye out for anything that might get her to talk. I'm itching to see what she's hiding. Do we know her from anywhere? Nothing comes up when I see her face. Nothing. Gail Harding? Of course I know her. She's my personal intern. And not a very good one at that. She didn't even bother showing up for work this morning. Yeah, there might be a problem. I don't think she's coming anywhere. Well, that's probably because she's dead. Straight to the point, Jones. That's awful. Who will finish her article now? Oh, damn it. Look, Gail's death is a terrible loss and all that, but I can't really say I'm surprised considering what she was working on. Oh no. And what exactly was that? I sent her to investigate Greene Holdings. It always comes back to them, right? Nobody there will speak to me anymore, but I thought they wouldn't pay attention to a ditz like her. Apparently, I was wrong. It's always something about Greene Holding, always. Always got their hands in something. Alright, I get a few more stars here on this crime scene and then I will be back. Let's get the results for the powder. You struck gold with the powder you collected from the murder weapon. It's cocaine, and the sample seems to have come from the killer's nose breath. Good job on finding such a fragile sample. So killer is a cocaine user. Let's write this down. It wasn't easy, but that's what you why you came to me, right? That receipt is from the motel told me our big party animal is none other than Derek Molina himself. Derek who? Jones, now you need to spend more time on the internet. He's a famous startup CEO and entrepreneur, and he funded his current company with the capital that came straight from Greene Holdings. I knew that. Retro, let's go see what Mr. Molina has to say to us. Derek who? Gail? Dead? And like this? That's crazy. She's not the kind of girl I usually hang out with, you know, but I liked her. She was authentic, and that's something to cherish around here. The thing is, Gail was constantly worried about work. She kept saying her boss hated her guts. She disliked Rachel very much in return, and I don't blame her. So I took the girl under my wing, showed her some good times. She had a fun personality, and I took her out to party occasionally. How about last night? We found a receipt with your credit card number on it in her motor room. I don't know. I was really loaded last night. I'm not quite clear about what I did, but I guess that's possible. It seems Derek Molina may have seen the victim last, which earns him a nice spot on our suspect list. That's true. Got 3 now. Chapter 2. So, Sergeant, what progress have you made on the murder of Gail Harding? Any interesting leads? Anything concrete? I can't. This whole police department is straight from hell, man. Nice one, Chief. We've talked to several suspects, but nothing conclusive has emerged. Although, we have determined that our killer uses cocaine and takes energy drinks. So probably everyone in the financial district. Maybe this will help you then. A certain Philip Rockwell, a business executive at Greene Holdings, has requested a word with you. He says it has to do with Miss Harding's death. Great, a new suspect. And we didn't even have to work for it. Greene's offices are downtown. Let's go. Philip Rockwell. Sergeant, I heard you were heading for the Greene offices downtown. I asked around a bit, and several people have reported seeing Gail there yesterday evening, sitting on a bench. Was she waiting for someone? And wait a second. Since when do you investigate our cases? I thought I might be useful, and I'm sorry. I don't know what Gail was doing, but apparently she was there for quite some time. Maybe waiting for her killer, since it was evening. And I guess she was killed at night, probably? Well, that's not much, but thanks anyway, Ramirez. We should have a look downtown, on our way to Mr. Rockwell's office. Back to the square. King Kong. A cat. We like cat here. Dead leaf. Hot air balloon. Do you count this as... No, it's this one. Are you Superman or something? Trash bag? maybe you can come down and help us down here. Orange? Gas can? That's probably the most expensive thing in this whole picture right now. Blimp. Gas has gotten so expensive over the last few weeks. Damn it. Well, there was nothing on the bench on which Gail sat. But I agree. There seems to be something shiny in that trash bag. We should sift through it, just to be sure. I know, another trash bag. Well, I didn't sign up for this either. Yes, so you can do it this time, Jones. You can do it this time. Please, go ahead. Put your fingers into the trash. Up here. Key. Car key. Who drops a car key into the trash unless they don't want it to be found? Well, it's bound to be in our car database. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Yes. Yes, let's have a look at it. See? No, D. Looks like an A. Alright. It's either D, A, or... No, it's C. Okay. Nice work. So the car we found in the trash bag matches the VM City Cruiser. It's a very common model, but I'm pretty confident Alex will manage to find the owner of that precise car key. Sergeant, let me begin by saying how much I am saddened and shocked, like everyone at Greene Holdings, regarding the Gail Harding murder. You are not shocked. Please, don't come at this. Don't. You are just bankers. You have no soul. There's nothing behind those eyes. No brain, no soul, nothing. You see, Miss Harding was writing an article on Greene Holdings. Yeah, I was in regular contact with her, so I thought that you'd come and see me eventually. Especially now that Mrs. Priest is throwing thinly veiled accusations at me, suggesting that I had something to do with Miss Harding's death. There's a lawsuit coming her way if she keeps at it. A word of freedom of the press, Mr. Rockwell. Do you have any other information on the victim? Well, not as such, but if I were you, I'd be talking to Derek Molina. I've come to understand he was quite close to Miss Harding, and I'm sure his drug habit is something you'll find worthy of interesting. I see, Mr. Rockwell. You know Mr. Molina personally? I've met him, yes. Greene Holdings supplies funding for Mr. Molina's company. In spite of my personal advice, I don't find him trustworthy. Derek's drug habit. I think it's pretty clear we need to talk to him again. And Philip Rockwell certainly seems to have a strong dislike for Rachel Priest. We should go have a word with her too. Rockwell throwing a defamation suit at her wouldn't be doing anyone a favor. That's right. I'm just finishing up this news report. Then I'll be right with you, Sergeant. I've been up all night preparing just for this one. I look at Greene's inner workings, the soul-crushing corporate culture that... Rachel, please, lay off the accusations on Greene Holding for now. You're ruffling some feathers, and definitely not helping our investigation. And why are you so hyper? It's almost like if you're on drugs. Please, don't baby me, Jones. It's only from taking these energy drinks. How else am I supposed to keep up those long hours? As for the case, all I'm doing is raising some questions. I want the truth to come out. But I catch your drift. and I'll be careful not to expose my legal backside. And not only that, but your life as well, Rachel. Rachel really isn't the type to back down, don't you think? I need a change of scenery. Let's go take another look at that motel room. Let's talk to Derek first. Mr. Molina, your contact at Greene Holdings has told us about your drug habit. Care to enlighten us? I don't know what you heard exactly, but this is a private matter, and none of your concern. I built my company with my own bare hands. You have no idea what it's like to be me. Mr. Molina, I'm not here investigating drug abuse. Now can you be a pain in the eye if you want? You can be a pain in the eye if you want. And then we'll find the evidence we need to be a pain for you, or you can cooperate. Whatever, man. Yeah, taurine, cocaine, caffeine, tequila, I take it all. You've got to if you want to keep up with the business. I even got my partner, Irina Phelps, to like those energy drinks. That's our line of work for you. If this Irina Phelps Derek told us about takes energy drinks, that at least makes her a person of interest in my book. Maybe she knew Gail as well. Doesn't hurt to ask, does it? That's true. I knew Gail, yes. She was very quaint and fun to be around. We were together the night she died, but I left early. Whoever murdered her must have done it sometime after I went home. I just can't imagine who would want to do this. She had no enemies as far as I know, except for her boss Rachel, of course. They were like oil and water, couldn't mix. She was a cute girl, gentle and naive. I'm sad to say it, but I'm sure Derek had at least some fun at her expense. What do you mean, Miss Phelps? Well, I did say cute, not beautiful. She had a difficult physique, coupled with her slightly airheaded personality. Well, you could say she was original. Don't get me wrong, I loved the girl, but Derek probably felt some sense of pity, I suppose, in order to hang out with her. Damn. Let's take a look at the motel bed. Maybe find something interesting there. Apple, newspaper, notebook, bagel, cookie. Where's the cookie? The hell is that cookie? Oh, and cocaine. You're not that one, right? Oh, it was. Cocaine mirror. I agree, a cocaine mirror is definitely worth our interest. We should dust it for prints. I mean, they will probably come back to this startup dude. Reveal it to me. Oh man, the cocaine mirror you found in Gail's room motel is a real smorgasbord. What? Of fingerprints. The hell is that word? There's so many, I don't think anyone but Alex would know what to do with them. Let's send them all to the lab. Never heard of that word before. Alright. New waiting time and I get some more stars. Now let's see what the results for these are. I've counted up to 4 different set of prints coming from the cocaine mirror you found in the hotel room. There are 2 unknown sets, but I also got 2 matches. The first one is your victim, obviously. And there's another match on the cocaine bag. Susan Peck, a convicted drug dealer. Ah. Holy crap, that's why she's so familiar. So she sold the cocaine that led Gail to her death. I knew something was up with that woman. We're going back there. And I'm telling you, she's going to sing like a bird. Car key. As expected, you found out that the car... I found out which car the key you found in the trash belongs to. Get this. Grim News uses the VM City Cruiser almost exclusively. So I did my research, and sure enough, Grim News has reported one of its company cars missing. They've also given us a registration, and the last employee checked in for that car was none other than your victim. Then we need to find this car, Ramirez. Get all patrolling officers to start looking for that city cruiser. Sure thing, Sergeant. I'll get right onto it. I won't disappoint you. Perfect. Let's see about her. I could charge you right now, and you could lose everything, Miss Peck. You know you could... Or you could tell us what you know. You sold the drugs that the victim overdosed on. Now wait a minute, fellas. I didn't sell anything to the girl, and I didn't even know she overdosed until you told me just now. I merely gave her something from my personal stash. I only do clean drugs, and I meant the poor girl no harm. Oh, she was so sweet and candid. It was obvious she wasn't used to taking drugs. I'd say she was pressured into asking for them. She took the cocaine to share with her buddies. They came into the motel room while I was in the back. And before you ask, I saw none of their faces, nor any part of them. Susan's almost too suspicious. Think about it. A young woman overdosed in your motel, and you've already got a criminal record and done some jail time. Wouldn't you be tempted to make the body disappear? What do you think? I mean, there's probably some better ways than pouring a half-ass concrete on that. Like, I don't know, that seemed like a quick reaction rather than someone who actually thought about it. I don't think so, because I'm sure the woman is not that stupid in that sense, because it would probably lead quickly back to her. I think she would know that. So no, I don't think it was her. Okay, let's regroup. This case is baffling me. How did a girl like Gail end up hanging out with these people like Derek and Irina? I mean, she doesn't exactly look like the kind of girl who would take enough cocaine to OD on the floor of a dingy motel, does she? Poor girl. She goes out to have fun and ends up dipped in concrete. Surely nobody does. Sergeant, I found the VM City Cruiser, the Grim News Company car that was reported missing. Really? Ramirez? I'm shocked, but in a good way. We may finally be getting a break. Wait, I've got more. That weird tech guy wanted to see you too. Come on, man. 2 leads for the price of 1. Okay, I really want to check out that car, but maybe we can make a stop at Alex's lab on the way there. Company car. Damn, that's a wreck. Good for you to come. I've run the fingerprints on your latest suspects against the ones you found on the cocaine mirror. And I found the 2 missing matches. Derek Molina is the first, and I'm sure you expect it, but the final fingerprint belongs to Irina Phelps. They both consumed cocaine with the victim prior to the murder. Which means Irina Phelps has a lot to answer for. And I'd like to see Mr. Rockwell again. He was a little too eager to tell on Derek, if you ask me. Absolutely. And I think it's either her or the other dude? Her or him? I mean, just by the look of these faces, I can tell it's either one of them. Surely it is. Surely it is. Wait, let me do the talking first. So you found my prints on that cocaine mirror. And so what? I already told you I partied with Gail that night, didn't I? You were sniffing coke with a girl, she overdoses and somehow ends up encased in concrete. Right afterwards. I'd say that makes you suspicious, wouldn't you? You've got it completely wrong. She was trying to impress Derek and got more than she could handle, but she was fine when we left. It's the saddest thing, you know. Gail is murdered, but to her boss, it's just another piece of sordid news to fill up her workday. Yeah, no one in this part of town has any remorse or anything. Your little warning to Rachel Priest has been met with weak results, Sergeant. She's still out there, accusing us. But now she's being a little more careful. I don't know what you expected, Mr. Rockwell. We're cops, not your hired muscles. A woman investigating you was just found dead. That makes you newsworthy. Are you naive enough to think I would go such lengths to dispatch an intern? Miss Harding was no threat to me or my company. I merely humored her by answering her questions. I see, it must be pretty hard to keep up with your schedule, right? Do you like energy drinks, Mr. Rockwell? I don't see how this is any of to do with your business, but yes, Sergeant, I do frequently have energy drinks at work. In any case, I didn't kill Gail. And even if I did, I doubt there's anything at all a beat cop like you could do about it. What? What? Is that an admission? Are you trying to tell us that, well, I killed her, you know? I know how the system works, you see, So, you just move into the, hard suspect area for me. I really think we should have another chat with Rachel Priest. Irina and Derek have both mentioned that Gail was terrified of her boss. And while I can certainly believe it, I'd still like to hear what Rachel has to say about it. For me, that sounds pretty sus what Philip is telling us. Like, sus. Miss Priest, would you say you didn't get along with the victim? Oh, this is funny. You think I killed my own intern? I've got a career, for God's sake. Well, you could hire someone. I'm sure you got the connections for that. I won't deny our relationship was strained. The girl never listened to my advice, even though God knows she needed it. I'll grant you, she did have some drive, but she was too naive for her own good. Her ambition only made her stupid. I shouldn't have sent her to investigate Greene Holdings. In a way, I knew she didn't have the shoulders for it. I didn't think she'd come to harm, though. And to kill her myself? Who the hell do you think I am? No, I don't think you killed her in that sense. I don't think so. This must be the car Ramirez told us about. Look, there's the Grim News logo card under the windshield. Let's use that key you found in the trash and see if it works on the locks. Why is there an eye coming out of the steering wheel? Okay, tennis racket. Cow skull. Ballerina. Rosary. Damn. Is that you, Jones, in the back seat? Jones? Is that you? Headrest. Huh. Why is that here? Dollar bills. Is that thing? No. Why is that bloody up here? Gail can't have driven this car back here while she was dipped in concrete. The killer must have taken it downtown. You're right. We should take a look at the driver's headrest. See if the killer left something on it. Damn. Please don't tell me it's up here. No. Great job on that headrest. Whoever drove this car hadn't counted on your amazing forensic skills. We need to get those molecules analyzed ASAP. "30 minutes. Alright. Let's see those molecules. The molecules you found on the headrest are all components of shampoo, and they don't match with the brand the victim was using. How do you know which brand they used? Which means that this is your killer's shampoo. And that would have been the end of it. If I hadn't gone an extra mile and fetched you the exact brand. Suave Pro L. Long hair shampoo. Great, I can't wait to ask each and every one of our suspects which shampoo they use. Let me simplify it for you. That brand is recommended for the conditioning of long hair. Your killer has long hair and seems to be taking good care of it. I mean, that's pretty good. Sergeant, I've been told all the folks at the construction site they could start to work again today. You know, since the body's been removed and all. What, Ramirez? We haven't cleaned the crime scene yet. Huh? But I thought, maybe they haven't started working again yet. I'm sorry, I thought you guys were all done. And they kept telling me over and over that they had a tight schedule to keep. So, damn it, Ramirez. Retro, we need to get a second look at the crime scene before the construction crew messes everything up. Let's go. Ramirez? Right. Long hair, okay. Thank God, the construction crew hasn't started working yet. Let's have a look around before they kick us out. There's now an alligator in there. Graffiti. Painted plank. Huh. Got some nails in there? Maybe? Industrial scale. Huh. How is that important for us? Were they weighing her? That makes no sense. Empty glass. Window. And bruh. There. Nice catch. The dust on this platform scale has been disturbed, and those marks look exactly like those left by a dragged body. We need to send the scale face to Alex. Hopefully he'll know what to make of it. And if you think there might be something on that plank, well, I know better than not to trust your instincts. Right? Give me something here, Alex. Yes. Piece of thread. Well done. You found what seems to be a tiny piece of thread on that plank. We should get it analyzed right away. The killer must have brushed against the plank and left the sample while fleeing the construction site. You think so? This might be a bit far-fetched here, dude. Alright, another 6 hours to wait on this one. Platform scale. We can try that first. The killer definitely stepped on that platform scale you found on the construction site. Nice catch. But what's even luckier is that the excessive weight seems to have broken the platform, and it remains stuck on 320 pounds. 320 pounds, but it doesn't match any of our suspects' weights. Of course it doesn't. Think about it. The killer was dragging your victim. So if you take the victim's weight into account and subtract it from 320 pounds, you get a killer who weighs 140 pounds. Aha. Aha. Now we get closer to it. The piece of thread you collected from that plank is very small, barely more than a lint. Threads of different colors that were part of the same cloth. Your intuition was correct. The thread contained a little bit of the victim's dandruff, which means that the fabric was worn by your killer. By the way, they've been weaved and bent out of shape. I can tell that these were originally part of a piece of flannel with a tartan pattern, which means your killer wears tartan flannel. That should be enough. It seems you have all the evidence we need, Sergeant. Now it's time to bring the killer to justice. Arrest. Was it her? I mean, it would make sense for that. Long hair. Kinda. Kinda. Yeah. Cocaine, but she doesn't drink energy drinks. Okay, next. No cocaine. Next. Wait, he has long hair. 170 pounds. No. But he doesn't wear... Or does this count as tartan as well? But he doesn't do cocaine. Okay, anyway. Next. Yeah. Then it must be her. 140 pounds. Yeah, it's her. Guilty! You're right, Sergeant. I was the one who killed Gail. If you can really call it murder. I mean, the girl was already half dead. She might have lived if you had taken her to a hospital. Who are you to decide she didn't deserve help? That's not what happened at all. It kinda did. Derek had already left when I noticed Gail wasn't waking up. I was high, drunk, tired, and I guess I panicked. I thought she was dead, and that's why you buried her in concrete? I knew about the construction site, and I thought I just didn't want the body to be found. Derek and I have worked so hard to build his company. I couldn't let Gail's stupidity jeopardize everything. So you killed Gail Harding to protect your company. I only did what felt needed to be done, to make sure Derek didn't have to worry about anything. Well, but Gail struggled, didn't she? You knew she was still alive then. She convulsed, yes. It didn't mean anything about her chance of survival. There was no room for hesitation, and I couldn't turn back. I fled the scene quickly. Sergeant is going to cuff you and take you in. You have the right to remain silent. Irina Phelps, you have pleaded guilty for the death of Gail Harding. This has been taken into account. You claim to have been drunk, intoxicated, and emotionally disturbed, which supposedly impaired your capacity to tell right from wrong. Ooh, I hate these. I hate when you act like, oh yeah, I drank something, I took some drugs, and then I basically buried someone alive. Yeah. That just happens when you take drugs. Yeah, normal Tuesday, right? Nevertheless, you are deemed responsible. The victim was unconscious at the time, which is an aggravating circumstance. Would you like to make a statement? Your Honor, Gail trusted me and I did and did me no harm. I would never have done this to her if I had been in my normal self. No. I wish I could take it back. Look at her face, man! She doesn't even care. I have felt nothing but regret and sadness since the murder. Yeah, you sure look like total sadness and regret, Irina. I only hope that Derek will find a way to move on his own. I see, Mr. Phelps. This court finds you guilty of voluntary manslaughter, for which you will spend 10 years in prison, with possibility of parole after 5 years. Court is adjourned. Too bad you get parole. You should sit down the full tech time. Irina Phelps is going to be behind bars for a while. Do you think she truly regretted what she's done? No. No, Jones, absolutely not. No. Or was that just part of the mask? She didn't even care. She didn't even look like she cared, to be honest. There was no part of remorse behind those eyes. No, she didn't care. I guess you couldn't just never know in the end, can you? I guess Rachel's fear were proved wrong. Greene Holdings weren't the one who silenced Miss Harding, and she even had me going for it. And we don't have much on Susan Peck. She didn't do Gail any harm, at least not directly, but we better keep an eye on her. It was good police work. I'm always impressed by your ability to see through the bullshit and soldier on. Let's both go home and call it a day. We've earned it. Yay! As usual, you've done a great job on this case, Sergeant. One day you might take my place. But your job is not over yet. Workers from the construction site have called us. It seems Rachel Priest is on the site, pestering people. And we've also received a call about Susan Peck. I hear she's been selling ecstasy to teenagers. God damn it. One last thing. A certain Derek Molina has called here. He requested your assistance personally, Sergeant. Okay, boss. We'll go check all this right away. Of course, to start selling to teenagers again. Get her in. She can also sit behind bars for a long time. I don't care. Sergeant, right on time. I was covering Gail's tragic death when those workers took my digital... Rachel, this is a private property. Those people have every right to want you out of here. Yes, but not take her stuff away. You don't understand. They took my digital recorder. I've got all my material inside. I'm not going anywhere until this has been returned to me. A brand new Racco DPX-30. The nerve of those people. Alright, look, go back to your office. And Sergeant Retro will have a look around for your digital recorder. Probably already buried. I knew you were bullshitting us when you said you hadn't sold the coke to Gail Harding, Susan, and now you're dealing ecstasy to teenagers? I have no idea what you talk about. I told you, I'm not dealing anymore. I bet you people just want to shut my motel. The neighborhood has never liked me. I mean, your motel is... there are more rats in here than there's actual concrete in these walls. I wonder why, really. Step aside, Susan, so Sergeant Retro can inspect your motel. There's more dirt than people living in those motels. Sergeant, someone stole my brand new prototype, my B-unit mixing table MX2000. I have an appointment with my investor in 1 hour. I need it back. Are you sure someone stole it? This is a very safe neighborhood. It's all traders and businessmen. Yes, that's why it's not safe. Well, it's not there anymore, is it? So yes, it was stolen. Imported meat things make me hungry. I just went to get a hot dog, just turned my back for 10 seconds. And when I looked back, it was gone. Calm down, Mr. Molina. Stress makes us do funny things. And I bet your mixing table's still around here. Well, we'll have a look right now. Now we start the investigation. Ice, vacuum cleaner. Potted plant. Welding helmet. Power drill. Axe. Axe. Up there. Waffle. Traffic cone. Ghost. Broom. Wrench. And toolbox. Must be inside here. I'm ready to bet you my lunch that the workers hid Rachel's digital recorder in their toolbox. After all, this wouldn't be the first time we found something interesting in there. Right? There it is. Bingo. Now what is a digital recorder doing in a toolbox, I wonder? Those guys are such amateurs. I have poured the recorder in concrete. Jones! You're right. We do need to make sure it's really Rachel's recorder. We'll better have a look at that record database to see if it matches the model DPX30 she told us about. How do you have a database about that? I don't even ask anymore. At this point it's just, yeah, of course, you probably have a database about that as well, right? A? B? No? Was it not? C? Oh, come on. That's B? Looks so familiar. Ah. Damn. Can you zoom in a little? They all look the same. No, wait. B. Because these dots. Well, there you go. According to the database, the digital recorder we found in the toolbox matches the model, which means it does belong to Rachel. Let's bring it back to her, shall we? There you go. There you go, Rachel. Sergeant found your digital recorder. However, if you want it back, you must promise not to go to the construction site again. But what about my article? Gail's death has already been solved, and you know Sergeant Retro was never wrong. Let the matter drop, for your own sake. Oh, I guess you're right. I've got better fishes to fry anyway, sure you do. Well, Sergeant, I'm very grateful for everything you have done for me. How can I thank you? Are you hungry? I know a very good diner nearby. Their burgers are delicious. It's been a while since I had a burger. What do you think, Retro? Are you up for it? Sure. I'm not saying no to a burger. Not saying no to that. Newspaper. Notebook. Drug bag. There. Ashtray. Cards. CD. Torn ribbon. Gloves. Hairbrush. Instant photo. Cell phone and spiderweb. Nice catch. This bag clearly holds ecstasy pills. Things aren't looking good for Susan Peck, but we need to find her fingerprints on the bag if you want to charge her. I'll let you do your magic. Oh, we will find some fingerprints on that, alright? There we go. I didn't expect you to find so many fingerprints on such a small bag. Let's hope Alex will confirm that at least some of these prints belong to Susan. And the final piece, Walton Square. Wine bottle, intern, garden fence, pile of metal. The hell happened here? I mean, cats like to throw stuff down from somewhere up top, but damn, this has been wrecked. Keyhole? Of course, up there. Cake. Soda can, toast, coins, fountain, bullet holes. Ha! You actually think this pile of metal could be Derek's mixing table? Yeah. Look, even if it was, there's no way you can fix this. We better pretend we didn't find it at all. Alright, stop looking at me like that. I trust you. If anybody can put these pieces of metal back together, it's you after all. Right? Right? I can put this work back together. If anyone can do it, I do it. I can. There. Back together. This is crazy. You've completely restored a mixing table in a snap. Let's not make Derek wait any longer and give him his precious prototype back. Just don't touch it too much, because I don't know how I put these things back together. Probably super glue or something. Look at it wrong and this whole thing collapses. Mr. Molina, you got good news. Sergeant Radio found your prototype. Thank God, you just single-handedly saved one of my biggest contracts, Sergeant. It seems your reputation keeps growing day after day, right? Hey, I'd like to probably thank you. I'm about to launch a fashion collection. What do you say? I give you the very first models. Yeah, that's, you're gonna go far with that. Surely. That's gonna make new headlines in the fashion world. Let's wait for the fingerprints. Alright. Fingerprints. So I had a look at those fingerprints you collected from the bag you found in that motel room. There's no doubt about it, Miss Peg handled that bag, and you've got the fingerprints to prove it. Now she won't be able to say she had nothing to do with this bag. Let's go catch her. Well, it's over. Over for you, Susan. Game over, Susan. We found a bag filled with ecstasy pills, and it's got your fingerprints all over it. F! These kids didn't listen to a word I said. I told them to take the bag with them. What a bunch of idiots. Says the idiot who decided to deal again, Susan. You are under arrest. Any word you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Well, she's gone now. Can't deal any drugs to kids anymore. Oh no. What is this image? It is already bad. Alright, see you in case 20 then.